Hello, Scorpio. This is Debs, and this, of course, is your reading for November 2023. Scorpio, it is wonderful to be with you. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Now, Scorpio, I sat feeling rather melancholy in your vision, mixed emotions. I actually saw a guy pushing the last pieces of furniture into a storage unit, closing it up, locking it, putting the key in his pocket. He grabbed a suitcase and what looked like a briefcase, looked at his watch and thought, okay, I've got to go, I'm going to miss my flight. I then heard that really well-known song by Frank Sinatra, My Way. Everybody knows it. But up until this time, I hadn't personally ever looked at the lyrics or thought about the lyrics. What I think we've got here, Scorpio, is somebody who is closing out a cycle. I think it's been a long time coming. Could be male, could be female. This is someone who's put everything into the situation, but they know that they might have wanted everything to be done in a specific way, or they may know looking back that they might have been a little bit self-orientated, which could have led to the demise of this relationship. They wanted everything done their way, right? So I could read out the lyrics, but I'm not going to read them all because it's a long song. But I'll read out some highlights. If you just want to skip this, guys, please skip it, okay? But it may help you understand the basis for this reading. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, and much more. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exception. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and much, much more. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew, but through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spat it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has naught. Not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of someone who kneels. Let the record show I took all the blows and did it my way. So, Scorpio, are you ready? Should we see how this goes? I think we should. Here we go. I think, Scorpio, you are moving into a brand new cycle. I think you are calmly closing the door and stepping into an unknown future. Okay? So Archangel Michael, what have we got, please, for my lovely Scorpios? November 2023. What have you got for my Scorpios? I'm getting a sense of nostalgia, a little bit of melancholy, a little bit of, well, I could have done things differently, but hey, it's fine. I'm hearing it came to a natural end. Yeah, I can now see this guy running for a flight. Running for a flight. Okay. There's a certain acceptance also, an acceptance of something that's ended. Four of Swords. Yeah, Scorpio, you've been meditating, you've been thinking, you've been healing from the ending of a situation. Page of Pentacles. You could have just signed divorce papers, or you could have given someone a little bit of money and just left. There's a sense that you're starting afresh. The Page of Pentacles can simply be the very start of a new cycle. You might have reached Emperor status or Empress status in a situation, and now you're starting afresh. You're starting anew. You're starting again as a page. Let's do this all over again, right? Temperance. Sag energy. In the past, Scorpio, you coasted. You coasted in a situation that you knew you weren't happy in. It wasn't you, as in, this wasn't something that you would have chosen for yourself had you have been wiser. If you'd had all the knowledge that you have now, you probably wouldn't even have entered into this. And I think you were biding your time because you were ready to leave. Four of Cups. Yes, you just weren't happy anymore. You weren't happy anymore. You weren't fulfilled. You didn't feel excited about the situation you were in. There was no fresh energy. I'm hearing sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. Okay. You could have been very busy in the work that you did. You could be actually ending a job if you're not ending a partnership. But you know that you definitely want to be in a situation now that fulfills you. You realize that's really important. What you're thinking about with the Six of Cups is maybe with a little bit of nostalgia, the first time you met someone. You could even be going back to childhood, right? You may be thinking about returning to somebody from your past if you're ending a relationship. Yes, Ace of Cups. Immediately I'm hearing self-love. Scorpio, you had to end the situation because you needed to give to yourself. You may have tried to stay in control of a situation, but it didn't make you happy. It didn't fulfill you. You may have had ties, responsibilities, obligations that you felt you should stick to. But I think it got to the point where you thought to yourself, I just can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm not making me happy and I'm not feeling fulfilled. And I'm pretty sure if people around me know that, then they would accept me needing to move on. I think that was your mindset. They will understand, or my partner will understand, that I just have to move on. I just have to leave this behind. What you're fearing is leaving the tower in your wake, leaving a lot of chaos and drama and conflict in your wake, because you are choosing to walk a brand new path. In the environment, the Wheel of Destiny, yes. So whoever you are leaving, whether or not it's a job, a boss, whether or not it's your partner, they somehow know that you're going to be moving into a new cycle. And I have to say that they are considering their future too. You two may have been living day to day. You might have been civil to each other, pleasantries, attended family engagements, that sort of thing. But there wasn't that closeness between the two of you anymore. And I think your partner, even though they may be reeling from the shock of you going, is very quickly going to be looking at what they want for their future. In setting yourself free, Scorpio, you're almost setting the other party free as well. Yes. And here we have it. The world. You're closing out a cycle, Scorpio. That's what you're hoping to achieve. You may be hoping to jump on a plane, to relocate, to live somewhere else, to build a little log cabin in the woods, to start your own business. You're on a brand new journey. Judgment. Sag energy. So Scorpio, you may be judging yourself. You may be looking at the past and thinking, I didn't handle things as well as I could have. I didn't do what I should have done sometimes. But in the main, I think you're just deciding to leave the past behind and open a new door. You're definitely ready for the new, because Scorpio, you are all about regeneration. You have to keep inventing yourself, reinventing your life, changing your image. It's what you do. You're not happy in a staid situation. You're way too deep for that. You can't carry on living a shallow life, for instance, or a life that doesn't excite you, because you die inside. You die inside, right? Wow, this is going to be an intense reading, guys. Clarification for you. Yeah, Nine of Swords. All right, so Scorpio, I think you have been considering leaving for the longest time, but you haven't had the courage to do it. With the energy of the Magician, you knew that you could manifest a new cycle, a new life, a new path, but I think you stood at crossroads for the longest time, afraid of what people in the environment would say, afraid that you wouldn't have the courage to embrace change, but I think this is you doing it. Whoever is out thinking about their destiny knows that with the Five of Pentacles, they felt left out in the cold too. They weren't happy. They may have been all about the money. Maybe this was a partnership, Scorpio, and you were the main breadwinner, and this is now someone who has to fend for themselves, and they're a little bit nervous about that. Two of Swords, they're pushing down their feelings. They're pushing down their feelings, knowing, I'm hearing that they can't change your mind. They can't change your mind. You're going. Underneath the deck, Scorpio, goodness me, Page of Cups. So you may be giving someone an apology. Death card, look at that. Major change and transformation. This is the Grim Reaper. But there's a sense of excitement in embracing the energy of the Death card because, again, metamorphosis, right? You are emerging as a new person somehow. So if you'd always been in a 9-to-5 and you had to be in a 9-to-5 because you had a wife and 2 kids and that sort of thing, family obligations, you're now branching out, you're getting divorced and you're becoming an entrepreneur. If this was you forced into some kind of family type business, you're now saying to someone, I'm sorry, this isn't for me. I want to do that instead. And it could be something completely different. This is a massive change for you. But look at you. Wow, 3 of Wands. You're waiting for your ships to come in. You're looking out across the horizon, embracing change, and you're taking action with the energy of the Emperor. You're stepping into your power, Scorpio. And there will be, with the 6 of Wands, victory and success. I somehow feel, Scorpio, that you're going it alone. I don't think you're leaving a partnership to move towards anyone else. I actually think you're leaving a situation that left you very unhappy. Your partner is just thinking about the financial loss. They're trying to push down their feelings, which tells me that the love may not have been there between the two of you for quite a long time. And I think you're on a brand new journey. A brand new journey. You may be deciding to go traveling. You may be relocating. You may be packing a bag and deciding, oh, you know what, I'm going to hike for 100 kilometers. I've never done it. You may be packing a tent in your backpack. Probably not this time of year, but it's that sort of energy, Scorpio. It's as if you want to explore, you want to put tentacles out to lots of different experiences, meet different people, find out what your limits are. Could I achieve this? Do I have the courage to do that? How do I feel about that? You're exploring your internal landscape by changing your external landscape. That's what you're doing. Yeah. Okay, guys. So Scorpio, I'm moving the camera a fraction. I could move the cards, but it's time consuming, right? Let's get into this. So Archangel Michael, what is the energy of the 4 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles? I'm getting an apology from you to someone or you to a group of people. I'm sorry, but I have to go, you know. Yes, 5 of Cups. Because Scorpio, you've realized you're very unhappy. You couldn't live this life for much longer. It was sapping your creativity, your energy, your excitement for life. It was too staid. You just couldn't possibly stay in this. Yeah. You've been standing at crossroads, waiting to delve into the new for a long, long time. This is you thinking, the world is actually in my hands. The world's my oyster. I have choices. Why am I staying in this situation? Why am I staying in the situation, right? Yes, Six of Swords. This is you thinking, I just want to get out of this place to explore the new. For some of you, you may even be leaving a job and deciding to travel if you can afford to travel. There may have been a long-held wish of wanting to go to a particular country, and this is you thinking, to hell with it, I'm just going to do it, even if I do hostels and backpack the whole way around. I'm also getting the energy of somebody who wants to detach from a hectic, noisy life. Maybe you're living in a really big city and it's incredibly noisy. Maybe you've been in a company where you've been sitting with partition boards, right? Maybe a call center or something like that, and it's just been so noisy all the time. Having to come in, clock out, that sort of thing. It's as if, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Yep, Knight of Pentacles. So you could have decided to give someone or a group of people a lump sum of money. Or you could, for some of you, be embracing a brand new career. Maybe quietly, Scorpio, you were on the lookout for a very different career. I mean, this is you thinking, what if I'm just qualified to work in a call center? I don't know, you might have been selling insurance or something like that. Then this is you thinking, well, I don't want to do it here. Why don't I do it in South Africa, right? I can travel at the same time. Whoever I'm connecting with, you've got your feet on the ground. You've got your feet on the ground in terms of your finances. So you're not doing anything too risky, but you're definitely jumping somewhere else. You're jumping somewhere else. Yeah, you're jumping somewhere else, Scorpio. Nine of Cups. Because you're going for what you want. You're going for your dream. You're going for what makes you really happy. I think previously, Scorpio, you may have done everything by the book. And you may have been enjoying, I've got to say it, guys, some form of control, doing it your way, right? But it didn't make you happy because you didn't actually want to have to be in control. That's what I'm getting. You may have thought you had to. Maybe you were keeping something together, keeping a partnership together, keeping a family together, trying to keep your job together. You had to be in control. You want to release that now and just let go and see where life takes you. We've got a boat here, literally going down a river. It's as if, right? It's as if I'm just going to let the current carry me. I don't quite know exactly where I'm going, but I do know that I want to explore. I want to do things just me. There's no one else in that boat, just you, just you. And I think that's what you're embracing. You're embracing your God-given right for your own independence. That's what you're doing. And it sounds a little bit heavy, guys, but I'm definitely connecting with somebody who is fed up of following rules, regulations, adhering to what other people think is right, what other people think is wrong, right? Trying not to step out of line, trying not to rock the boat. And what you want to do now is rock the boat to the point where you just fall in. Well, let's just see what it's like when I fall in. Let's just see what it's like when I let go of everything, right? What's going to happen? Again, you're in an explorative phase. It's new for you, and you're just embracing it. So, let's have a look at your past. You coasted, you waited, you did all the right things. You were in control, but you knew that at some point you were going to emotionally snap, right? I can't do this anymore. It's just too much. I think you sank so far into the matrix that you forgot who you really were. And I feel that this is actually, Scorpio, about you exploring the depths of you. Who am I? This is you breaking the chains of conditioning. But you are heavily sunk into programming, even subconsciously in the past. You let people push you in the direction that they felt was right for them. So what happened in the past? What was the past all about for Scorpio? The devil. Wow. Okay, so Scorpio. To cope with the life that you were living, you may have occasionally dipped into your shadow side, or you may have felt that you were in a toxic situation that you just could not get out of. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn in the past or a Sag. Strength card. You were a little bit obsessed at holding back, holding yourself back. It's as if I have to. I can't portray to the world who I really am or what I really want to do because it's going to be frowned upon. People are going to jeer at me. People are going to say, you can't do that, right? You sat at crossroads for quite a long time. Yeah, Two of Pentacles, juggling money, juggling jobs, right? Maybe juggling people. You were trying to make a decision whether or not you had the courage to break free, and if you did, what would you want to do going forward? I mean, this is somebody who may have been stuck in a dead marriage or stuck in a boring job for years. What would I do if I had my freedom? In the immediate past, Scorpio, I think you pushed your feelings down so deep out of a sense of, well, I have to, that you disconnected completely from your emotion, completely. Whatever anyone put in front of you, it's as if it's still not satisfying me. I'm still not happy with that. I'm now seeing a conveyor belt with somebody fitting parts on an item, and then the next one comes and they do the same thing again, and the next one comes and they do the same thing again. Scorpio, somebody may have wanted you to behave a bit like a robot, right? In the nicest sense, and you are not. You're far from that. You're also one of the only signs who absolutely could not deal with that type of, I've got to say it, mundane existence for the rest of your life. Some people can manage it. Some people can manage it because they feel at the end of their lives they will end up with a really stable pension. Scorpio, you can't do that. It's impossible for you because you're all about shedding your skin. You're all about finding out the new. And whatever life you were living did not allow you to do that. But you hung on for as long as you possibly could. You hung on. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, wow. Four of Pentacles. You hung on for as long as you could possibly manage. Now, it could have been for a reason. You may have had obligations that you couldn't possibly walk away from. You could have been trying to build up a lump sum of money. So you thought, well, I could leave in the future, but I haven't got the money, right? You could have been saving. You hung on for as long as you could, and then I think something within you said no more. It's almost as if you woke up one morning and thought, right, I can't do this anymore. It was like that, snap decision. Yeah, King of Pentacles. So Scorpio, you may have been hanging on to a King of Pentacles because it was nice and stable until you realized you were dying a death inside. It just wasn't you. You couldn't be yourself. You weren't where you wanted to be. Or you, Scorpio, as a masculine, could have been sat in the King of Pentacles in a well-paid job, but it was boring. Or in a long-term relationship, but there was no love with your partner. Whatever your situation, you hung on for as long as you could until it got to the point where you just couldn't do it anymore. Can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore, right? Yep, 10 of Wands. Once you get to the 10 of Wands, Scorpio, it's kind of game over. It's game over. There's nothing else you can do except begin again, regenerate, right? And that's what you decided to do. What you're thinking about now is a Six of Cups. You may be thinking about returning to someone from your past. You could be thinking back at childhood days. Some of you had great childhoods. Others of you, it was very painful. It was very difficult. You're sitting in nostalgia, and the reason why you're sitting in nostalgia, Scorpio, is that you are about to take a massive leap forward in a brand new direction. What's on Scorpio's mind? Yeah, the moon. Now, you could be thinking about a Cancerian from the past, or you could be thinking with the moon that there was a lot that you went through in your childhood that you would never want anyone to know. Okay, you could have had a very difficult childhood. For some of you with the Six of Cups and the moon, this is you knowing that you have feelings for somebody from your past, and you may be gathering up the courage to approach that person. But I almost feel, Scorpio, that this is much more about you finding out who you really are now. Yes, this is you figuring out who you are, what you want, where you want to go. It feels like a solo journey to me. Six of Pentacles. What you're fearing, Scorpio, is that you're going to be in a situation where you're going to have to partner up with someone to maybe live the life that you want to live. Six of Pentacles is giving, receiving with the moon. You may be afraid of moving into a new relationship. You could be worried that if you found a stable job, which would enable you to explore and travel, you would be tied to a contract. I'm almost getting the energy of somebody who wishes they had 100 grand in the bank, right? And a year where they didn't have to do anything to just explore. Explore the world, explore yourself, try new things, eat different food, experience life to the full. I almost feel that if you could do that, if you could achieve that, you would then almost be happy to go back to the Matrix life. Well, at least I've broken outside the box, right? I've broken the boundaries. I've explored further. But I think you know if you were given that opportunity for a very small period of time, you could not go back. You just couldn't go back. I think I'm connecting with someone who is hoping to find the right vehicle, and I mean that symbolically, in order for them to stay independent for a certain period of time to figure out who they are. Now, you could be backpacking, you could be going and staying in hostels, you could be working in bars, I could be connecting with a younger Scorpio. If I'm connecting with an older Scorpio, you may be deciding to work part-time, okay, so you've got a little bit of money coming in, and then you can maybe explore opening a business, trying to do it that way. So you're partly leaving the Matrix, but not fully, you know? But this is you definitely wanting to shift your life in a very different direction. There's a little bit of fear attached. So what you may be thinking is, well, if I step outside the box halfway, then I'll just see what the outside world is like. And then if I have the courage, I'll do it all the way, you know? I hope you guys are with me. What is on Scorpio's mind? Seven of Cups, yeah. You're looking at your options. You're looking at what is out there and what you can achieve. Options that are viable for you. How many could I experience, right? This is you with fingers in lots of pies. This is you thinking, well, I could end the 9-to-5 job I'm in and work 3 jobs, but they would all be very different. And they would give me a sense of me living life and exploring different sides of my personality within those different industries without having to stick to one main path. Again, you want to move into a place where you can swing from one thing to the next. You want to flow and experience and evolve that way. Yeah, Michael's actually showing me a swing. How high can I go if I do things differently? So we've got the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I feel, Scorpio, this is you detaching from someone who also hasn't been happy. They're trying to push down their feelings. What they don't want to say to you is that they're actually worried about their finances. So this could be a girlfriend you're moving out of living with. If you're a feminine Scorpio, this is you deciding maybe to move into separation from your husband. If you're in a family dynamic, you could be desperate to move out of living with your parents, right? You need your freedom. Whoever this is slightly worried about their finances. They are also going to miss you, but they may not want to tell you that. They could be proud. But you're reaching for the new. Moreover, this is you filling your own cup, right? This is you finding out what you love to do and delving right in. It's my time now. It's my time. So, who is in the environment for my lovely Scorpios? 9 of Wands. Yeah. So, Scorpio, you're in the 10 of Wands. They're in the 9 of Wands. I think they know it's time that you two went your separate ways. I don't think they're happy to see you go. Yeah, no, 5 of Wands. There may be a little bit of conflict. They're also conflicted as to whether or not they should fight for you. Should I stand my ground and say to Scorpio, no, you're not going. No, I don't agree with this. But they sort of know that you guys have reached the end of a cycle, because whether or not they've admitted it to you, they're also thinking about their future. They're thinking about a new start too. And you're thinking about what's going to make you happy. So they know it's done, really. They know it's done, really. What is the 5 of Wands all about? Okay, Scorpio, they seem to be a bit heartbroken. It could be that you're moving on, you're leaving. It could be relating to someone else. Maybe you had a fling with somebody in the past and this is a partner and they don't want you to go to be with somebody else. Yes, 8 of Cups. Scorpio, they're heartbroken because you're moving on. You're moving on. You're embracing your freedom. You're moving on. Ace of Swords. They know that they've got no right to ask you to stay, is what I'm hearing. They know the truth. You know the truth. And this is coming to a close. Page of Swords. I don't think there's a lot of love lost between the two of you. If there was love between the two of you in the past, I think it died a long time ago. This is someone who wants answers. They could be confused. Scorpio was fine 2 or 3 years ago, right? What the hell happened? What's happened to Scorpio which has made them feel as if they're kind of in shackles? They didn't feel like that before. What's happened? Well, Scorpio, you could have gone through some kind of wake-up call, right? This is you thinking, blimey, I didn't realize before I was firmly in the matrix and I hate it. I don't have to be here. Could be an awakening. For others of you, you may have simply found your voice to speak up on your own behalf. Maybe there was fear before, you couldn't do it. But they're very curious as to what has kick-started you wanting a new life, a different life. I don't think you're going to tell them. I don't think you're going to tell them. It could be so many reasons, Scorpio, some which may be highly personal, some which may be to do with another person, some which may be to do with you simply not wanting to be locked into a situation anymore, and you feel that if you tell them that, it may sound insensitive. You're simply saying you want to go in a different direction. But they're going to be keeping an eye on you, because this is somebody who for some reason is going to be left worrying a little bit about money, having to push their feelings down and feeling a bit heartbroken. So it's as if they want to know what's caused this change in you. They want to find out. You may never relay what the true reason is. It's up to you. But you're on a new journey. Yeah. The Fool. And you're going for it. For some of you, yeah, sure, you could be heading into a relationship with someone else. They could be an Aries with the Fool. But you're excited. It's as if, yeah. Eight of Pentacles. It's as if you got money in your pocket, right? You got a plane ticket in your bag and you're thinking, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go. You've worked damn hard for this change of life. You've worked really hard for this. You may not have given this person that you're connected to, that you're leaving, any inclination that at some point you were going to close the door. It may have been a shock. But this is you, I think, having planned this for quite a while. What else are you thinking about, Scorpio? This is so you. Yeah, so you. Ace of Wands, you're on a passionate new journey. You've been working to somehow free yourself, to give yourself greater options. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Yeah, you have been looking at the past. I think a lot of the reason why you kept yourself stuck, Scorpio, was finances. Pentacles energy. You may have worked from the 5 of Pentacles to the 6 to the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles. You've got enough now to move, to embrace change. Yes, Ace of Pentacles. Wow, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. You're on the move. This is you uprooting. You could be deciding to live in a completely different area. I'm also hearing big, wide world. There's a big, wide world out there to explore, right? Where do I start? Where do I start? What is the energy between these two? Yeah, okay. Knight of Swords, a bit of conflict. But I'm almost getting you saying to this person, because you're looking at them, heading in their direction, I'm sorry, but this is done. I'm sorry, but this is over. I just can't do this anymore. It's not me. I don't know who I am anymore. I need to find out who I am. And I just have to have some space. But I don't think, Scorpio, you're planning on going back somehow. I think this is pretty final. And if you didn't say to this person it was pretty final, I think they know that. I think they know deep down you won't be back. Because you're making a life-changing decision with the Judgment card. This is a complete right turn. You're getting off the highway, right? You're getting off the highway, you're taking the longer route. Because you want to explore what else is out there. I'm fed up of going on automatic down this highway. I want to get off and explore. Yeah, that's what you're doing. So with the Judgment card, you seem to be firm in your decision that it's the right one for you. And you seem to be following the North Star. Now, you could literally be deciding to go and travel, right? You may be hiking, taking a compass, looking at the stars, tenting, camping, something like that. Or you may be thinking about your North Node. Now, your North Node is interesting because your North Node is what you are supposed to be embracing in this lifetime. My North Node is Aquarius. So Aquarius sees the bigger picture. Aquarius connects with people all over the world. Aquarius breaks the chains of convention and they do things their way, right? So you need to find out what your North Node is, Scorpio. Look that up because it will give you an indication of what your true life path actually is. You're following the North Star. Yeah. King of Swords. And you're being very blunt about it. You're standing your ground. There's no going back from this decision. It's as if nothing is going to change your mind. There's a really strong determination that you're not going to be cajoled or persuaded to stay. You could be seeking legal advice. You could be looking at contracts in different areas of the world, maybe. Paperwork. You could be getting work permits, travel permits. Three of Pentacles. You may be wanting to initially delve into a team environment. Now, this could be you going on a trek with 100 people. This could be you deciding to become an entrepreneur, going into business with 2 other people. But I feel what your goal is to go it alone. You could be juggling money. You could be incredibly busy at this point of time. I feel that you're in preparation mode for a much bigger jump. So I feel you're detaching here, and then you're thinking about things. I know I'm making this decision, and you may be looking at your options, you may be looking at your finances and thinking, okay, what do I want to do now? How best can I make myself happy? You seem to want to be shifting yourself into the Ten of Pentacles. You may have told yourself, I don't want to do a 9-to-5 anymore. I want to become an entrepreneur, because I know that is potentially a way of making decent money. A lot of people do that these days. Over 50% of the population are entrepreneurs now. And that's incredible if you think about that. You may feel as if you want to achieve your own financial stability because that is going to give you more options. I don't think this is you wanting to earn money for the sake of literally sitting in money, sitting in wealth. Because Scorpio, you're about, again, regeneration. You're not about amassing wealth. But you know that if you have a large amount of money, it enables you to achieve more. It gives you greater options. You want a safety net, Scorpio. That's what I think you're aiming for. So you could be aiming to work in partnership with someone or move into becoming an entrepreneur in order to make your money. And then I believe you're going to rethink again. Once you've achieved that goal, you're then going to be thinking, well, what can I do with the Ten of Pentacles? Yeah. You somehow believe, and it's probably true, right, that the more money you can make in a partnership or as an entrepreneur, the more options you have in front of you for your future. If I don't have to worry about paying my bills, if I know that that's already covered, I don't have to spend my life trying to make ends meet. I can think about other things because I want to really live my life, enjoy my life, experience what's out there. And I can't do that if I'm thinking every day I've got to do a 9-to-5 because I've got to pay my rent, right? I mean, many people never get to the Ten of Pentacles. It's a lot to want to achieve, but you somehow feel you can achieve that. So you may have a few bright ideas pertaining to building up that really stable foundation, because it's going to open more doors. Justice. Yes, because it's going to bring balance to your life. So you may be thinking about a legal contract that could earn you a lot of money. So you could be traveling to a different place. Wow, Chariot, yeah. You could be traveling to a different place, thinking you could get a better job, you could earn more money. You could be wanting to join forces with someone who has an amazing idea. You're going for it, but it definitely means you leaving where you've been up until this point of time. Change of location. The King of Cups. So Scorpio, I could be connecting with a masculine Scorpio. You're wanting to do things that make you happy, right? For my feminines, you could be moving straight towards a King of Cups who you want to develop a lovely relationship with. But it may also have a financial implication. So you may know that you two could work in partnership together, run a business together, that sort of thing. Interesting though, Chariot, King of Cups could be a Cancerian. If this is a female wanting to be with a male, right? Queen of Cups. Wow. Scorpio, this is very interesting. You may be detaching from someone that you felt left out in the cold from, moving forward, embracing change, being independent, wanting to work on your own financial foundation, male or female. And it could well be shockingly that when you embrace change, the energy changes, you become a lot more optimistic. This is you embracing your freedom. This is you thinking outside the box, going with the flow, manifesting change. And in return, the divine is bringing in the Ten of Pentacles and love. As a female Scorpio, you could be meeting your perfect counterpart. As a male Scorpio, you could be meeting your perfect female counterpart in a different area. There could be a work connection. What is going to happen here? Eight of Wands, a lot of very exciting conversation. A lot of exciting conversation. Brainstorming. Wow, Two of Cups. Scorpio, I feel as if as soon as you break free of this other situation and move forward, the whole energy is going to shift and you're going to find that things start suddenly opening up for you. Financial stability, love, inspiration. It's all going to start happening. It's as if the divine is congratulating you for having the courage to step out of this energy, the matrix, right? Yeah. Do we have any more cards, please, for Scorpio to end this reading? Four of Wands. So Scorpio, you're moving straight out of a very tricky situation into a beautiful, stable situation. It may happen very quickly. Now, by that I mean, guys, it could take a year. You may look back in a year and think, thank God I left this situation. Because here you are, sitting on the Ten of Pentacles in the Four of Wands with the King and Queen of Cups. There's a lot of excitement and you seem to be in love. So you may know ultimately what your goal is, Scorpio. It could be to be with somebody in particular. If not, what the divine is saying is, once you've decided to just let go and step out of the little grey box that you've kept yourself in, this is what's going to materialize, which is pretty fantastic. Because remember, the overall energy is the Emperor and the Six of Wands. You're heading towards the sun, a very happy, financially stable future. It's as if the divine is saying, well done. This is what we're giving you. So, guys, it's been a long reading, but I really hope that it's helped someone. I hope it's given you some food for thought. I'm leaving it there. Take care of you, sending love and light your way, and many blessings. Bye, Scorpio.